right, I think we'll do just a little behind the scenes kind of stuff. As you can now see, this bike is actually just a cardboard cutout. I'm just kidding. Winter is fast approaching here in Minnesota. In fact, right now I think it's 44 degrees or something, so we're not far already. Beginning of September, we're not far from the freezing mark already. I'm not worried about the freezing mark. What I'm worried about is 20 degrees below that. And as this is my first winter with this bike, my first winter with a bike in like a couple of decades, we got to come up with some solutions here for storing this thing. And so I'll give you just a little look here at step one. My son and I got a start on this here last night. Not much of a start, but we got a start. Sometimes starting is the best way to finish a project, But in this garage, this is 20 feet long and not wide enough, just wide enough to turn this bike around. So the plan is to get this thing up on the stand, and I need to park my minivan in here over the winter along with the bike, which will be a challenge. And the first step was to measure the minivan. It's 17 feet long. Okay, that leaves me leaves me see my marks there, 3 feet. That much room right there. The bike from handlebar to handlebar or saddlebag to saddlebag is 32 inches if it's not up on the stand like it is there. I'm sorry, 32 inches on a stand, standing straight up. If I put it in this way, it won't fit. But with this, it will very much fit. In fact, I'll have 4 inches, 4 inches to spare, theoretically. Nothing ever works out the way you think it's going to, but for the moment, this is going to be perfect. This is a Condor, pretty freaking heavy duty and heavy jack or dolly, whatever you want to call it. And actually Condor was out of these things, I think, for the next, I don't know, 4 to 6 weeks before they could even ship something like this. But I found a mom and pop R&P carriages who have stores of mostly trailer stuff. But they did have a few of these and other sort of semi-related things to trailers. And I got in 2 days. So that beats 4 to 6 weeks wait for shipping. That's for darn sure. Condor did have the extra parts, and I'm going to add those as well. Some footrests, a little ramp for the edge of this thing, because I've never driven a motorcycle onto a dolly before. So that'll be, I need all the help I can get. And then, as you may have seen in several of these videos, Uh, this garage is kind of out in the middle of nowhere. It's surrounded by buildings, apartment buildings. But in terms of temperature, it's just kind of on an island with about, I don't know, 12 other garage stalls. So it's basically the vehicle barn here. So if it gets cold outside, it's going to get cold inside. My buddy who I bought this from, he had a garage that was tucked into a hill. And so he never really had temperature problems. But I've stored bikes in sheds, doing nothing to them, and have regretted it. So I'm going to find a way to get a little bit of heat in here. Just give me a little bit above 20 below, and I think this baby will be just fine with a little, stabilizer fuel stabilizer. So that's a lot of words to say. This is the beginning of trying to fit this and my minivan, which I call my gigmobile. Well, I won't be playing much in the winter. That's sort of, now that I'm older, I just play in the summer. So everything can be tucked in here, theoretically. Stay tuned. We'll see how smart I am after we're done.